Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video. This video is called Living with the Dark Winters in Sweden, Midnight Sun and Polar Night. I don't know what that means. The only thing I know about Sweden is that they have beautiful women. Because when I watch football and they always go to the fans and it's always beautiful women, blue eyes, blonde. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And the other thing about Sweden, and it's all about football. I know Ebro and also Hendrik Larsson. I actually love Hendrik Larsson. People used to call me Hendrik Larsson when I played because we have the same hairline, which is nothing. And so, yeah. So let's get this video to 100 likes if we can. Appreciate you guys, man. Let's do it.
My name is Jonna, and I live in the north of Sweden.
Whoa. Hold on. By the way, I'm the guy that pauses. Just a warning. I pause. I'm reacting. You're telling me this doesn't look like it's a magazine? Look at the colors, man. Oh my God. Look all of this. You got two houses here. There's no neighbor. I wonder what animal is in this region. Especially when it's just like there's literally no neighbor, it's just two houses. Wow.
Sweden is a country with a lot of light,
So peaceful.
and it's also a country with a lot of darkness. It all depends on what season it is.
Okay.
Just like many other countries in the northern hemisphere, there is a strong contrast in the light conditions between summer and winter. In the winter, it's dark almost all the time.
Wow, look at that. Wait, what?
And-
Huh?
Almost all the time.
219 in the day? Is that real? This is not a typo? 219 in the day.
And in the summer, it's light all the time. During the
I'm sorry, if you know this, this is nothing to you, but this is almost 2 in the morning? That's not, that can't be real. This is not real. Oh my God. I've never heard of this. What is Midnight Sun and Polar Nights? I never heard of this. This is 2 in the morning in the summertime.
summer in the very north of Sweden, the sun never sets between the end of May until the middle of July. So
What?
you can see the sun 24 hours a day, and that is called the midnight sun.
Wait, doesn't the world spin? Like, what am I missing here?
And then, during the winter in the very north of Sweden, it's the opposite. For a couple of weeks, the sun never rises above the horizon, which means that there is no
Oh.
sunlight for about a month. And that is called the polar night.
Oh, the sun
These
doesn't go
extreme
that hot.
contrasts
What?
in light is caused by the rotation of the Earth in relation to the position of the sun. And the further north you go, the bigger the contrast. I live in the middle north of Sweden, and if I'm lucky and it's a clear sky, I can see the sun above the treetops for about an hour during the darkest time of the year. It's the middle
Wow.
of the day, and this is how high the sun goes up now. It's just a little bit over the horizon, over the
What?
trees.
This
But
is
winters
amazing.
like this one, when it's been cloudy every day, I actually didn't see a glimpse of
But look at that contrast, though. Like,
winters like this one, when it's been cloudy every day.
when it's dark, it's like it's got this blue light, and it's beautiful, though. Like, this countryside of, I guess, north side of Sweden, bro, I would take pictures every day. I would record every day. Everything just looks so beautiful and peaceful.
I actually didn't see a glimpse of the sun for over a month. But just a few days ago, now in the beginning of January, I got to feel the sun on my face again. This is the first glimpse of the sun that we see in over a month. Do you see this?
What?
And that feeling when you begin to feel the sunlight again in January is always overwhelming. It's like seeing the sun for the first time in your life.
Yeah, that's beautiful though. Wow.
Even if it can be hard sometimes with these kinds of light conditions, I really love it and I would never want to change it. I think the light is never as beautiful as it is during these most extreme times of the year.
Oh, like they should be shooting movies in this area. Like the colors is just amazing, man. It's like a postcard.
When it's summer,
Look at that.
I usually change my rhythm and stay up all nights and then sleep in the forenoon instead.
You got to be kidding me. Okay, so as human beings, I think we all have an internal clock. Does that mess with them? If you live in this area, maybe you'll get used to it because your body just kind of get used to, okay, it's nighttime, it's time to rest, you know? Like, that's got to mess with you mentally and also your internal clock. This is 1 a.m, basically. Wow. Dude, I am so blown away. This might be one of the best videos I've seen on YouTube so far, especially on this channel. This is beautiful. Oh my God. I'm blown away. I never knew this existed. And I thought I was a guy that, you know, I'm pretty smart, but this is new to me, man. This is amazing.
The light is so beautiful in the middle of the night, and as a filmmaker and photographer, it's like a dream to be out and capture the beauty of the bright nights of June.
I would go there just to take photos. Oh my God. That's not, bro. This is a painting. This is Bob Ross painting. Like I said, I'm going to pause a lot. I'm sorry. This is just beyond beautiful. I need to watch this. I need to watch it on my 4K TV. That's what I need to do. This girl is in the movie, basically.
And then in the winter, even if we don't get so much sunlight, we at least get a few hours of twilight during the day. And that light is the most beautiful kind of daylight that I know. It's like experiencing a long sunrise without a sun.
Her voice, the music. Oh, stop it.
And when it's a clear sky and the sun is rising just a tiny bit above the treetops, it spreads a soft and pink light all over the landscape. And that is beyond beautiful.
My goodness, this is amazing. I would 100% live there.
Around 3 in the day, it's already getting dark, and it makes the evenings feel never-ending.
Yeah, long nights could feel long. Oh, especially when it's dark, so I get that.
But the darkness makes us see what is never visible in the light. Because actually, we do get sunlight from thousands of suns far, far away.
That is just...
I live in a place where there's no light pollution, and the night sky is breathtaking. And for me, that is one of the reasons that I really love the winter here. And now and then, the sun sends us a greeting in the darkness. Particles from storms on the surface of the sun comes traveling towards the earth, colliding with our magnetic field and creating the aurora borealis, the northern lights that dances in the sky. I can never find the right words to describe how much I love to stand under the northern lights on a cold and dark winter night.
It's a dream, it's not real.
I can take the darkness any day, as long as I get to see the stars and the northern lights. It makes it all worth it. But even though there is so much beauty to find in these special kinds of light conditions that we have here in the north, I would lie if I said that it's always easy to live and adapt to them, because it's not.
Okay.
Well, the summer is easy. I don't think you can have too much light. The only thing that people often ask me is if it's harder to sleep when it's light all night.
Yeah, like I said, it's that internal clock. Like, yeah, that part could be a little bit tough.
And for me personally, if I want to sleep during the night, I have no problem with that. And for those who do feel like it's a problem, it's easily fixed with some thick and dark curtains. But the winter and the darkness is definitely much more challenging.
Like, what does that do for your eyes when you're constantly just seeing light, you know? And then when it switches over to dark, it can be an easy transition from light to dark because of your eyes, right?
And I can only speak from my own experience now.
Still beautiful, man.
The lack of sunlight makes me more tired, and during the darkest and coldest months, between November and March, I sometimes struggle to keep the energy up. It's harder to get up in the morning when it's dark outside. Our body naturally want to wake up with the sun. And in the afternoon, I often get confused with the time, since the darkness makes it feel like it's much later than it actually is. And the lack of daylight makes me struggle more as a filmmaker, since I only have 1 hour of good light to film in a day, compared to the 24-hour of good light in the summer. So the darkness, combined with the cold, make things a bit more challenging. And I know I'm not the only one struggling to keep up the energy during this time of the year.
Beautiful, man. Man, that's a cold bath right there. Ooh, I don't know.
But of course, there is many things you can do to make the winters a little easier. I want to mention a few things that helps me adapt better to the lack of sunlight. For me personally, I think that the tiredness that I feel in the winter is the hardest part. The energy level is so low sometimes, and the cure to that is not always to sleep more. It can actually be to do the opposite. So I try my best to keep being active and moving my body as much as I can.
Makes sense.
And get as much daylight as possible.
You know what I really like too, because, you know, I come from Africa, man, and this right here is like, I like that feeling of survival or surviving, you know? It's one of those instincts that we have built in us. Like here, right now in my house, we went to the store yesterday and we got our groceries. So we got groceries for the next 7 days. And we just go to the refrigerator, get what we want, and we cook it. I still like the feeling of the survival. Like in my country, like I had to go in the backyard and get the fruits and get the animal and then prepare for dinner. You don't go to the fridge, you know? And also there's no leftovers because, you know, where I'm from, there was no fridge. So there's no leftovers. So whatever you cook, you eat. It's not like here. Sometimes there's leftovers you put in the fridge, that kind of thing. So I like the survival feeling. This is why I love outbacks and I love the countryside more than the city. That's just me, man. So to me, this is beautiful, though.
I go for long walks with my dog every day.
How do the animals react to
and
it,
if
though?
the weather is good, I like to go out in the forest with my snowshoes and my camera, or go skiing.
What? I like to know what kind of animals around this area.
I also love to take ice baths. It's something I started doing a few years ago, combined with breathing exercises, using the Wim Hof method. And it has become my favorite way of boosting exercises using the Wim Hof method. And it has become my favorite way of boosting myself with new energy when I need it the most.
Wow.
Going into that freezing water is actually the last thing that my body wants to do in that moment.
I feel cold when she did that.
Into that kind of discomfort is awakening.
Bro, I'm telling you, every scene in this video is amazing. Just put the camera there and just, that's it. Like, your surroundings, your background, everything is just perfect.
but putting myself into that kind of discomfort is awakening something in me that helps me reset my body.
Yeah, it wakes
Believe
you
it
up
or
a little
not,
bit.
but cold swims and cold showers has many good health benefits. It's not for everyone, of course, and it's important to get knowledge before trying an ice bath if you have never done it before. But for me, it has been a great source of energy and joy during the winter time.
Gives you that jolt.
So, I really feel a big difference in my energy levels in the winter when I move my body in some way. It doesn't need to be a full workout, but just something, a little every day, that makes you feel alive. When we can't get enough energy from the sun, I think it's even more important to make sure that we get enough energy and nutrition from our food. Nature.
I was just about to say, where does the food come from? When I'm like, I don't see footprints of animals. Like, are you hunting? In the summer, you're probably growing stuff, but like, what are you doing in the winter?
Important to make sure that we get enough energy and nutrition from our food. Nature has so much to give us in the summer that we can harvest and save for the winter when we need it the most.
Abba. I guess you could stock up for winter, right?
Here
it's
in the
already
north,
cold.
we have plenty of berries in the forest. So I like to pick tons of blueberries and lingonberries and put in the freezer so that we can eat berries and drink juice from berries every single day during the whole winter.
I kind of like this, man.
I also like to pick different herbs that are good for our health and dry them to make my own tea for the winter. One of my favorite teas to drink when it's cold and dark outside is simply made out of birch leaves. I pick them just as they begin to bloom in the spring, while they are still small and light green. And the tea smells and tastes just like how it smells like in the spring. And in the middle of the winter, I think it feels so comforting to have a piece of the spring to remind you of the wonderful time to come when everything is blooming and the birds are singing again. And
Dude, her voice is just so nice to listen to, and the music, great shots, good editing, but her voice is just like taking over my brain a little bit. I love it, dude. I love it.
Wonderful time to come when everything is blooming and the birds are singing again. And of course, I also take vitamin D supplements since we don't get anything from the sun in many months. Even though that would never replace the sun, I believe it can help a little bit.
Yep.
The list of things you can do to handle the darkness is endless. These were just to mention a few. But I think that the most important thing of all is to accept and adapt to the cycles of nature. I definitely feel a big difference in the energy during summer and winter, both in nature and in myself. And that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, it's just different. I think the winter and the darkness can cause a lot of unnecessary suffering when we are trying to force ourselves to feel the same as we do in the summer. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel lack of inspiration. And it's okay to need more sleep and to let things slow down.
You told me it's okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. I felt that. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay that you feel that way. It's okay. Thank you. I needed that. This woman is helping me in every way possible.
A flower would never force itself to bloom in the cold winter. So why would we? This way of thinking changed my way of dealing with the different seasons. I love the winters just as much as I love the summers. They both have their own benefits and challenges. And I think it gets much easier when we let go and accept what we feel instead of fighting it, and accept the cycles in nature and the cycles in ourselves and learn to live with it, like a dance.
He loves her belt. Why did my light just come on?
So, this is how it is to live with the light and the darkness in the north of Sweden, from my perspective.
I guess I
The
needed light.
extreme contrasts in light also creates a bigger contrast to the seasons, and
Well,
they
you can
all
fish.
have their own beauty. I love the constantly changing seasons, and that you can see and feel how the light changes a little bit for every single day that goes by. The beautiful balance of light and darkness is my greatest source of inspiration, and it makes every day feel new and different.
Wow. She did that rock thing. I've watched people do this. Bro, I like this girl, man. Brave, adventurous girl right there. My kind of woman. I think I'm gonna be watching a few of her videos. I have to, and I will follow. The shots, it's just so beautiful, man. I would like to see though more. Like, I don't even think they probably eat meat or anything. They're just enjoying the berries and the juices and what do you call it? The teas. I would like to know though, what do they really eat besides that? Because I saw potatoes and all that stuff. So, but yeah, this is amazing. This is the first time I've ever heard of this, where 2 a.m. looks like it's just 11 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. But I think that internal clock, you would have to adjust to this, obviously. And like she said, you have to just be okay with you're feeling tired. It's dark. And then the light, the switch in between. So, but to me, it's still beautiful, man. How about have a house out there and then just use it for the summer? Winter comes, come back home. No, I would live out there, man. I seriously would live out there. That's just the beauty and the nature is enough for me to be like, I don't care about the other stuff. And I like the feeling of survival and all that stuff. So to me, and I'm used to that, growing my own crops. I've been doing that half of my life. So until I came to America, it's like everything, you just become lazy. Everything is given, or you could just go and purchase it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So for me, it's not a new thing. But anyways, man, if there's more stuff like videos like this, that's very interesting, man, put in the comment section below. And this is our first video on Sweden. I want to do more. Like, I want to look at the economy of Sweden, the food of Sweden, the people of Sweden, the music. And then we'll move to another country. So right now I want to focus on Sweden for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. All right. As always, keep your head up. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace.